Here's my problem. I feel like clinical diagnoses are massively overused in popular culture. You have ADHD, you have OCD, I'm bipolar, you're right, it's on and on and on. And these are serious diagnoses that people are using without really having any context. And the number one culprit, the one that I hear the most, is narcissism. Anybody who has an ex seems to have an ex that's a narcissist. So what we're doing today is we're going to figure out what that actually means. How can you tell if your ex is a narcissist or if your ex is just an asshole? When people call somebody a narcissist, they're usually referring to exceptionally selfish behaviors or the belief that somebody is truly better than everybody else. Narcissists and oftentimes assholes put themselves first, put others down. They want all the attention, right? That sort of band of behavior is what we're talking about here. But there are a couple of clear ways you can differentiate between a narcissist and an asshole. Number one, the person has to display a pervasive pattern. This behavior is shown in multiple spheres of their life. If they're just selfish with you, but at home they're really caring and supportive, or at work they're caring and supportive, or they're great in school, right? Then it's not narcissism, it's just selfishness. But if it's a pervasive pattern where it involves every area or multiple spheres of their life, then they could be a narcissist. Number two, narcissists are overly dependent on others as a reference point for understanding themselves. So a narcissist doesn't feel good about themselves on their own. They feel good about themselves only when they are better than other people. So you will oftentimes see them make this appraisal about who they are based on the people around them. I am the best person at my school at X. I am the best person at work at X. Or I totally suck at that because people are better than me. But they only know who they are based on the gap between them and other people. The second piece of that, tied to that, they're not independently motivated. They're motivated only for the praise of these external reference points. So if your ex is self-motivated and doesn't care what other people think or how other people perform at things, they're probably just an asshole. But if your ex seems totally dependent on comparing themselves to the people around them, they might be a narcissist. Number three, narcissists suck at empathy. They suck at connection. They suck at intimacy. With your ex, if you ever felt like they were able to really care about you without some ulterior motive, they're probably not a narcissist. They're probably just an a-hole. But if they never understood your emotions, they never got it, they could be a narcissist. Narcissists only care about the emotions of others. They only recognize the emotions of others when it's about them. And the classic example is a narcissist leaving on a trip. When they're walking out the door and their partner says, "Goodbye, I'm going to miss you," and the narcissist goes, "I feel so bad for you because I'm not going to be here," right? That's not really about the person who's being left. It's about the narcissist. And number four, a true narcissist will be incredibly resistant to change. In fact, there is no efficacious clinical treatment for narcissism. It is an incredibly difficult thing to treat. All personality disorders are. So if your ex was able to, if they were responsive to feedback, if they were able to say, "I'm sorry," if they were able to change their behavior in any way, they're probably an asshole. If they were totally unable to be self-aware enough to make the adjustment, then they could be a narcissist. All right, so now that you understand the diagnostic criteria, here's what I want you to do. Go into the comments and leave a brief description of your ex. If you do that, I will go on and I will say, I think they're an a-hole or I think they're a narcissist. And hopefully other people will read it and they can also weigh in. I think it'd be a fun way to have a conversation. So do that and I'll see you next week. Hit the like and subscribe button, bell notification, all that stuff. Thank you for listening.